delicious bowl. You see, you put the stuff into it. Delicious Yorkshire pudding bowl.
Okay. I'm going to start it off with just ruining everything because of Kay. A stew in Yorkshire pudding. Okay.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again. And today I'm going to be making a stew.
I just really wish she seemed happier when she was cooking. I think that's what makes me the saddest about all of this, is that I think she's a lovely woman. However, some of the things just...
Inside
For what
the
reason?
Yorkshire pudding. As you can see, when I first started cooking, I was told that anything could go in a stew, which is onions, green beans, cauliflower and carrots. Obviously some potatoes there and the meat is there, and they're all going to go in the stew. Excuse me, can I move you, and can I move you, and you?
Why are the eggs
a bowl,
in the flour?
Flour. I don't know how much flour, because when we learned to do flour, it was a case of just shove flour in.
So yeah, she's making a stew in Yorkshire pudding. So I don't know. Listen.
We are back to me.
When I hear a stew in Yorkshire pudding, my assumption is that she's gonna make like an actual like Yorkshire pudding and put stew in it. However, the one thing that I've learned about watching Kay's cooking is what you assume is going to happen is 99% of the time incorrect. So, there's that. Super trap type beat. But we're watching Kay's cooking. A super trap type beat doesn't really mix with Kay's cooking very well. I'm trying to think if Kay's cooking was to have a soundtrack, what would it be? What would it be? I definitely imagine her being like that like old-timey, I think like medieval, where you they would like go to the pubs and there would be this lady in that did like the cooking and everything. Like a barmaid.
I just think I see a stalk and I think that needs to come out. Getting really hot.
Like a Renaissance barmaid.
As the point of having a Yorkshire pudding, which I'll be buying a couple of Yorkshire pudding tins.
Let me see if I can find a picture.
But they're in the pantry, and I think
of what I'm thinking of.
Might be on repair. So I am going to turn that now onto number 1.
Please tell me you guys know what I'm talking about, though.
So that's 3, 2, 1. That's it. And I'm going to let that all...
I'm looking this up, and it says fucking pub wench. And that's not the word that I want to use for this. However, it seems like that's what I'm getting.
Let all them simmer. Can I get through the green... Oh, God, them green beans are a bit thin, aren't they? Well, I don't...
How big does she expect green beans to be?
That's not a green bean. I don't know what that is. That's
A
not a
pilgrim?
green bean. It's too thin for a green bean. I've never seen thin green
or
beans
a wench?
before.
That
It might be a
too.
green bean, but not that thin. Off. I said off.
But she's making a stew.
So the meat doesn't burn on the bottom of the pan. Get off!
Get off!
Now I was always told to cook your pudding on 200 for 20 minutes. So if it hasn't risen in 20 minutes, which I've got a guarantee because...
And that's the worst part about it, is she means well. She just... It's just not her strong suit. And you know what? I'm glad that YouTube has given her a place to put herself out there and monetize her cooking experiments. But it definitely wouldn't be where I would choose to go and eat.
My puddings do not rise, no matter how hot the tin is, how much I beat it. My Yorkshire pudding is just flat. But yet when I was 12-year-old, my Yorkshire pudding used to climb out the tin. It was fantastic. Now whether they...
So her Yorkshire puddings don't go round?
Changed the flour, whether they've changed the eggs, so I know you can make eggs smaller, but whether they've changed anything in it, but I mean, I'm still doing the same I was doing before.
They'd stay flat?
Well,
that's not a Yorkshire pudding.
Watch it be like a pancake. I'll have to change the title. Instead of stew in a Yorkshire pudding, I'll have to put stew in a pancake. Not quite a disaster, but you can see it's sinking. It's sinking there. So, like I said, it came out flat, but it don't really matter. It's still a Yorkshire pudding. It's...
That's not how you make Yorkshire puddings. Kay, what have you done? What did she do? Can somebody explain to me? This is Yorkshire pudding, you guys. This is Yorkshire pudding. Don't you know?
Made properly, and it's just not risen to the standards I'm used to. So it's there. Right, I've cut a quarter of it.
You can't just make them in a flat pan. They're obviously going to go flat.
And I'm going to put some of the
It's the actual
stew on it. Oh,
I don't know.
Dear.
That's not stew.
Oh, it's not gone perfect as I wanted it to. Mind you, the pudding hasn't gone perfect. And some spud taters on the side. So now you can see, and if you want to know what this is at side of it, it's gravy because it looks all looks a bit dry to me. So
It looks a bit dry to you because you said you're making a stew. That's not a stew.
made some gravy to go on it. So
Am I just...
let's pour some gravy on it. It's a bit thick, but then again, I like thick gravy.
She likes it thick.
On the potatoes.
You heard it here
potatoes. Spud taters, should I say? I think that's enough, don't you?
Am I wrong? This is a stew.
It's the taste test.
Right, so here's the taste test. We'll go straight for the meat.
That's a stew.
Is this beef?
Yes.
Not that tender.
Oh, well, I did cook it long enough.
Which is good.
Probably
I don't
over.
like it. I don't like it too tender where you...
Probably over.
He doesn't like when the meat is too tender. I'm sorry, so you want it to be super chewy and like rubber? I'm having a complex right now in my brain. I'm having a complex because my brain's just like, what the fuck?
Overcooked.
How?
We're there just chewing for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, you must like me.
Aru, is this the cute drummer? I just want to say that you and all of Chat are a bunch of cuties.
No, but broccoli, that's nice.
Broccoli.
I mean cabbage.
Cauliflower.
Whatever, I'll get it out eventually. I don't know my food.
How
Right,
are you?
so
Thank you
taters.
for
Your
the
vegetables,
resub.
Yeah, just a normal tater,
That
yeah.
you
not
and
one.
all of
No,
chat are a
no,
bunch
no,
of
no,
cuties.
it's
Hell yeah.
soft. Good, thank goodness.
No. She was making a stew in Yorkshire pudding. FEL. Stew in Yorkshire pudding. First of all, a Yorkshire pudding is like a fucking bowl, not a plate. Henry's Kitchen? Mazzo, what are you putting me onto right now? And that, it was not stew. There was no stew factor to it. It was just chunks of meat and vegetables with some gravy on top.
Right, so cut a bit of Yorkshire pudding off. Let's taste this.
It didn't rise again. The Yorkshire pudding, not
No, I
yours.
mean you're a bit low
No.
now.
It's alright, it tastes
Tastes
like
like, yeah, just literally tastes like Yorkshire pudding.
Oh,
No, Yorkshire pudding is a bowl.
A delicious bowl, you see. You put the stuff into it. Delicious Yorkshire pudding bowl. Angry.
Sorry, don't mind me. Just every once in a while, things, my brain starts to get a little bit haywire when things don't match up to how they're supposed to be. It is too much Yorkshire mix. So the heat can't make it rise? No, but FEL, she put it on a fucking cookie pan, a cookie sheet. She took the cookie sheet, and she goes, yes, this will surely make the Yorkshire puddings and make them into the puddings, the bowls. But it's flat. And put it in, and they cook it, and it should rise into a bowl. Said no one ever. No. They have to go into the cake pan, not the cake pan, into the cupcake pan. The plop. You can buy special ones. You can buy special ones that you put the stuff into and it goes. I know this because my mom used to use it because that's how she cheated making Yorkshire puddings, and they were always delicious. And guess what? They were always a bowl. Flat plate Yorkshire pudding has nowhere. It is not a place in this world, Kay. Not a place in this world. Don't you dare put that Don't you spew that nonsense out there. Don't tell people that that's Yorkshire pudding. Don't tell them that. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. Her Yorkshire pudding is the equivalent of if I was to eat this Pokemon card. And her stew is the equivalent if I was to eat this chunk of crystal. Hang. It's a wine stopper, not a butt plug. Get your head out of your ass.